I achieved financial freedom in 2023 and quit my job because I didn't need to work for money any longer. People have asked me how I made it possible. While planning and other aspects obviously play a role, it's our habits that finally make the key difference. So here are the top 8 habits that helped me. These are not just theory or fiction. These have worked for me and helped me achieve financial freedom. So at number 8 on the list, don't take loans. I don't take loans. The last loan I took was 16 years ago. Loans encourage you to buy something that you're not yet eligible to buy. Recently, I got a call from a bank offering me a loan of a certain amount. I told the person that I already had much more than that amount in my bank account. He continued to insist that I take the loan because it had a lower interest rate. I just found this funny. On a more serious note, whenever you want to buy something, besides clearly needing it, you should also already have earned it. I don't buy anything before I have the money required for it. Basically what happens is you get interested in buying something, then you take a loan, then you buy that thing that you haven't earned, then you spend time to repay the loan, then you get interested in buying another thing and you take another loan, and this cycle continues. This is the cycle that I call financial prison. And my habit of not taking loans kept me out of financial prison and allowed me to achieve financial freedom. At number 7, spend what is left after saving. I don't save what is left after spending. I spend what is left after saving. This is the key difference between those who don't achieve financial freedom and those who do. You can only achieve financial freedom if you make the transition. The problem is, if you do not decide how much to save and invest and put away that money, your lifestyle will always expand to how much money you have. If your lifestyle grows proportionally with your income, you will not achieve financial freedom. If your lifestyle grows faster than your income, maybe by taking loans, you will get into debt and financial disaster. Only if your lifestyle grows much slower than your income will you achieve financial freedom. At number 6 on the list, don't buy unnecessary things. I rarely buy anything unnecessary, if at all. Before I buy anything, I ask myself, why am I buying this particular thing? And if I don't have a good reason, I don't buy it. Sometimes happiness is a good enough reason to buy something, but make sure it's not just a momentary burst of happiness. We usually think our happiness will grow as we buy more things. But what usually happens is our happiness stays flat, or worse, it could even decrease. But what's certain is that the probability of achieving financial freedom decreases as we buy more and more unnecessary stuff. If you think your happiness depends on buying lots of things, then you need to deeply relook at your life. At number 5, control your money, don't let it control you. I control my money, I don't let my money control me. If you let how much money you have and external events control your decisions, including what you buy, as we've seen, it's going to be a financial disaster. Because financial freedom is all about control, and it's obvious that the probability of achieving financial freedom increases as your control over your money increases. Before we look at the next habit, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the subscribe button. At number 4 on the list, be frugal. I worked at Amazon for more than 11 years, and frugality is interestingly a leadership principle in Amazon. Initially, when people join Amazon, they don't understand why it should be a leadership principle. They also may think that it's a bit cheap, but it actually just means that we should not spend on unnecessary things, and we should learn how to be resourceful, learn how to accomplish more with less. I'm usually just frugal with whatever I do. If I plan a trip or vacation, I can usually make it happen with half or even quarter of what my peers will spend. I remember that I once went on a 10-day road trip and spent half of what one of my peers spent on a 2-day holiday. That's effectively a 10x difference. Remember, even a 10% increase in your savings rate can help you retire 10 years earlier. I've done a video on this in detail. I'll put the link in the description. The bottom line is, I just don't look for too much luxury. Beware of the word luxury attached to anything. It's usually just a way of extracting more money for not too much more value. Number 3 on the list, I value time more than money. The interesting thing about frugality is that it doesn't just apply to money. It also means being frugal with your time. While financial freedom is about money, it's also a lot about your time. Money is only required to fund your expenses. free time and what we enjoy doing is what most of us are after. Basically, the money required for a reasonable lifestyle and the time spent acquiring it is useful time. But the money required to fund an over-the-top lifestyle and the time required to acquire it is a waste of time and a waste of your life. And it's important for you to recognize the point at which your time is being used to make money to fund an over-the-top lifestyle, at which point it's a waste of time. This recognition is one of the reasons I was able to quit my job after I had enough money to fund my expenses. Most people don't do so because they value the money that they can further earn over their time. At number 2 on the list, I keep things simple. During a time when I had not yet simplified things, I once measured how much time I spent in a week worrying about small things and trying to manage complexities. It came out to a whopping 25%. I didn't want to spend a quarter of my time on unnecessary complexities. I don't keep a dozen credit cards just to earn more reward points. I don't try to squeeze out extra profits from my investments. Trying to be too greedy does not usually help in the long run because it takes more of your time as well as carries more risk. More importantly, simplifying things lets you be more peaceful. Is that not what we all want eventually? And habit number 1 is having 0 credit card dues. I actually pay my credit card dues every day. Basically, I just pay it off whenever I use my credit card. I have a budget for every month, and unpaid credit card dues complicate the process of tracking how much is remaining. Unless the amount is significant, the interest earned on delaying your credit card payments is not worth it. I've talked about this in other videos, but the complexity of your life increases as you take more credit. And of course, the probability of you achieving financial freedom decreases. All of this may sound a bit strange or even silly, but it has helped me immensely. I would prefer not to use any credit cards, given other payment options available now, but some online purchases are usually easier with credit cards. In general, I ask people to avoid credit cards. And if you want to know how to navigate the 6 stages on the path to financial freedom, watch this video.